Well, in this video, I'm just going to discuss a simple thing, What would happen really if women were to start asking men out? Because some of them complain about how men do it, and then, they'll be asked out and maybe 30 minutes later they get asked out again or whatever, And let's face it, we guys are the ones that have to do the asking out. So obviously that's going to happen. So really why they get upset about us having to do it, is beyond me. So why not? What would happen if women were to do the asking out? And also, what would happen if men responded the same way? Can you imagine? You get asked out, and then a few hours later, or a couple of days later, someone else asks you out again. You're not interested in any of them. You just simply turn them down. That's not a big deal. That's what, a person would do. But some women get pretty pissed off, like we're supposed to be psychic and know they've been asked out, or we're supposed to, we have no right to talk to them. What if men, can you imagine if men behave that way too? Oh, women have no right to speak to me. You have no right to my time. Well, because they're sexist and hateful, and rightfully so. And there are videos actually you can find where women do say men don't have a right to their time, and and there's a guy has a video, bus etiquette, and that men shouldn't talk to women. Fine, but if we are the ones who have to do the asking out, then you better expect that men are going to do the talking. I don't ask women out. I don't speak to women. I try to avoid women as much as I can because some of the things I'm coming to see from them is best just to avoid them altogether. And to be honest, I avoid people in general because people are pretty freaking psychotic these days. They don't seem to care about free speech except for their own. They seem to be very aggressive and violent. That's fine. That's how you want to be. That's how you want to live your life. And that's the world you want to live in. All more power to you. But I would love to see women start asking men out. And I would love to, because it'd be great. They get to see what it's like to have, some of them will be more awkward, some of them will be shy, and they get to see what it's like. They'll see why some guys respond the way they do. They're a bit nervous. Some of them just can't actually, they may say things they shouldn't say, and they'll understand why that happens. I'm not saying that women should just take it, guys come out and they should just accept it. If you're at work, you should just work, okay? Seriously. I mean, if you want to ask out a coworker, that's fine. It's your business. Remember that usually women in general are going to try to get you fired. Guys, if a woman asks you, I mean, let's face it, I worked at a restaurant a long time ago. 26 years ago now. Oh, 26 years ago now. There was a woman there that would ask me out a couple times. I certainly didn't go to the management to get her fired. But if it was reversed, that would happen. You may say, well, how do you know that for sure? Because I was working at a department store. These females would always compliment my shirt, my hair, and some other stuff, ask me if I have a girlfriend and everything. I figured just one girl asked me if I had a girlfriend. She said, oh yeah, that's a nice shirt. Do you have a girlfriend? She asked me that. I was like, no. Well, do you have a boyfriend? And of course she got kind of quiet. And then 2 days later, I get called into HR. But you just asked me the same fucking question! Of course, I didn't get any real serious trouble. I didn't get written up for it, but I could have. It's like, what the hell? Why do you women do that stuff? It makes no sense. I just don't understand women. You don't notice them, you don't see them at all, and all of a sudden they assume that you're attracted to them, even though you don't notice them. Not all women are like that, and I know men do that to you women too. I'm sure they do. So I want to change what I just said. Why do people in general, men and women, think that if someone hasn't noticed them, they're all of a sudden interested in them? Or just because someone looks at you and smiles doesn't mean they want you. Doesn't mean that person, I don't care if that person was a male or a female. So ladies, just because a guy looks at you or even smiles at you does not mean he wants you or is thinking about you. Simple as that. Same with guys. Just because a woman looks at you or smiles at you doesn't mean she wants you. But I think we all would love to see that. Because some of you probably have heard that it might happen where women will have to register for the selective service. Register for the draft. I hope so. I certainly hope so. Women should have to do that too. I do not have to worry about that stuff because I'm way too old to now get drafted. I'm way above that. I don't have to register for the selective service, any of that stuff anymore. Haven't had to in years. Won't ever have to worry about getting drafted if a major war breaks out. I don't have to die for some rich bastard. And that's great. Defending some rich people and then having them say, oh, you're defending America, defending our freedoms. Yeah, right. But You know, aren't they here to deal with that? But women now, hopefully, will have to register for the draft. That's why the next step, next logical step, is you women start asking guys out. Simple as that. Do it. See what it's like. Please see what it is like to actually have to ask another human being on a date. And then have them behave the way some, not all women, now this is not all women, you know, behave the way you do. And if someone opens, another thing, if someone opens a door for you, it's called common courtesy, okay? There's no need to get upset or rude or, they just open a door for you. They would do the same if you were a man, okay? Common courtesy. That's the thing. And it's not just women, it's people in general no longer care for common courtesy. And and hopefully guys don't respond the way they would respond to you, okay? Don't do that. That's not right. It is not correct to do that. It's disrespectful. But it would be funny to see it happen, you know. It's like, you know, there are videos, there's a video, two videos I recommend that you watch. There's one, a man asks 100 women for sex. Another one, a woman asks 100 men for sex. When I watched the one, you know, woman asks 100 men for sex, I admit that I figured every single guy would say yes to her. That's what I thought. Actually, only 37 did. Most of them, well, not most of them, a lot of them just said no. Most of them, but a large number of them went off on her. I mean, they were going off on her. They didn't call her a whore. They just went off on how inappropriate it is. And all that. I mean, think about it though. Whether you're a male or female, you would probably assume automatically that any guy out there that will say yes to sex. Sorry, not true. That's why it would be great to see women get a taste of it, you know, what it's like. Just, I'm not talking about get treated the same way, because I don't agree with that, but at least see what it's like to do the asking out. Please, ladies, do that. It would be an eye-opener for you guys. Do it, please. Feel free to like, subscribe, feel free to watch any of my other videos, or leave a comment. And ladies, please start doing some asking. I know no woman's going to ask me out. I've seen my reflection in the mirror, so I freaking know, okay? So you don't got to make those type of comments. And you can if you want, I don't care. But I know what I look like, okay? Thanks.